following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
I certainly didn't expect that to happen today.
I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't have to try and continue my failing attempt to subtly hint to the Major that he needs to send out a search party for you. But, then your radio came through again and, well, I'm just glad everything worked out okay, though.
Although...
I don't know, I always just thought you'd be kind of safe. You know, Mr. Thomas Drake is not the big guy in the thing. The bad guys always go after the big guy. But Thomas Drake is fine because he's not linked to that. I just thought you'd be safe. You wouldn't be targeted. You'd be safe. That's the whole... And you're not. In fact, you only got in trouble because of me. Now I'm a liability.
River, I want you to think about what you're feeling right now.
Okay.
Because I've felt it too. A lot of times.
That doesn't really
Everyone
help
has
a
to
lot.
No. But the decision I've come to is that... What does that sound?
It's me doing acting. It's like scratching fingers on a table
Right.
check. I realize you can't see any of it, so it's all pointless.
Yeah. We can't live alone, you know?
I know. I'm trying to...
Sometimes.
I mean, my
Sometimes
whole
you just
point is that
have
you
to-
can't do everything on your own. I guess I should be open to the same criticism.
I think that's well evidenced at this point.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I may have semi-phenomenal, nearly cosmic power, but I still do need other people. I understand, it's just... Understanding a thing intellectually and understanding it emotionally are two different things. Especially when you're me.
And I think that's true for everyone. You know, if I was just thinking about it, there's a surefire method to make sure Mr. H doesn't go after anyone else, isn't there? But that never once actually crossed my mind of actually doing.
You better not be talking about what I think you're talking about, and if you try to do it, I'll kill you. I mean, wait, that's not an option.
No. What I mean is, the best possible solution is to just cut everyone out.
That clearly doesn't work, though.
There was a time when it would have.
Is that time is not now.
No.
Besides which, if he's aware of things from the previous line, then he would just go after those that you clearly care about enough to cut them out the second line through. So,
Yes.
you would then just be suffering for no point, making that a suboptimal solution.
No, I agree. But it wasn't always a suboptimal solution. There was a time when it was probably the best solution.
Well, I do like the phraseology of "was a time." It gives me some hope. You are being attacked from behind.
Is it my mother?
Someone is grappling you strongly from behind.
Well, River didn't react, so...
Oh, no, she's
presumably.
reacting. She, there was a little smile growing on her just immediately before it happened.
Oh, okay.
It's like, Jesus Christ, Thomas Drake, what about everything going on? I tell you to be less reckless, you immediately get like faster than it is possible to distinguish words.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
It is not okay, Thomas. You gonna finish that? Yes, he is. Honestly, I really feel I should just send you back to America.
You know, this one wasn't even my decision. It just happened to me.
That's the problem. You've made yourself so high profile, and now all the bad people, they want to get you. Now it's the Zeppelin Nazis, who I don't even know where they're allowed here, or anywhere to that matter of fact, but they've just decided to take my sweet boy because he's just too good for this world.
Sorry. I'm fine. Okay.
You don't look fine. You look like a disaster site.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sleep it off.
And that's what you're going to be doing, young man. You're going straight off to bed after this.
Yes, Mom.
It's all anyone was talking about, and me in the middle of a brain surgery, unable to do anything about it.
I'm sorry.
I suppose at least you're fine now. At least you're fine now. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't know what they could have possibly wanted with you. It's not like you would have gone along with any of their evil schemes.
No. I did some documentation about taking me to the fatherland to learn things, but that was never going to come to pass.
What do you need to possibly learn? You already know enough. Hello? Right? Hello? You sound really far away. What's going on? How's that? Is that any better? I swear something's wrong with this thing sometimes.
What's up?
Okay, there you are. Yeah, you dropped off.
Oh, okay.
But
It sounded like you went away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was just across the room. You should have still been able to hear me. My room's not that big.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because you got real quiet, so I and you said like hello, and I was like, oh, was someone at the door or something? So I was
no,
just
I'm saying
waiting.
hello to you because you just seem to drop right the fuck off.
Ah, okay. How's
sorry.
it now?
Oh no, it's fine. It's perfectly normal.
Okay.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I was reassuring my mother that things are fine.
No, she fusses over you like a fussy mum for a bit. I don't know. What kind of harebrained plan that would have been. Obviously, it would never have helped those evil Nazis.
No.
Major Dozovic will arrive. Ah, here you are. Well, looks like those Nazis' plans to use you as bait to capture Little River here have finally been put paid to.
Hmm.
What?
What happened with him?
Well, unfortunately, we have been denied access into the Red Banner's embassy. Although this should be an international incident, my opinion.
But they've committed terrorist acts against a U.S. citizen.
That's what I said. You know, you ain't so dumb for a nerdlinger, huh? Well, apparently all General O'Neill could do was make a complaint to the local warlord.
I'm
I'm sorry, can we back up to the bit where we say my son was just bait?
Hmm?
River's like, probably shouldn't pay attention to that. No, Major Dozovic, he's always like, football, bacon. My son was bait in a plot. Random military utterances, probably a code word for a chicken in every pot or something.
River, I don't think you're helping.
Sorry, I'm never helping.
No, that's not true.
Mother just looks at you both. Thomas,
Yeah.
what actually happened? And don't try and spare my feelings. Maybe I should go. I've clearly caused some kind of incident.
The Houston clinic is run by Nazis. All you should know.
That's funnier. Kind of suspected the German-sounding ones would be part of that, but the investigation team said no. Well,
And there's something wrong with the investigation team.
I'll make sure it gets looked into.
All right. Okay. So I was walking back to the facility.
Mm-hmm.
And I was attacked from behind.
Why were you alone?
I wasn't doing anything dangerous.
Apparently you were.
If it's to the scale of just being in the city itself is dangerous, then there's... So yes, I was alone. And yes, I got attacked. And I was knocked unconscious. And then I woke up in a cell. I broke out. I
You
looked through
broke
some
out?
rooms. Yeah. Have you ever looked at how a lock is constructed? They're very easy to open.
Sorry, I've been a little distracted with brains.
No, that's fair.
So sometimes you just
Anyway.
take too strongly after your father. River's like, I'd argue that that's a good thing.
Anyway, locks are well, they're designed cleverly. They're physical objects, and so you can jam them, and so they're easy to open if you know what you're doing. I got interested in them for a couple of months a few years ago. Yeah, so I broke out. I went through some documentation. Had to rush back to my cell, pretend that I was actually still imprisoned. Then I left again. Went to the basement, found my things, and was confronted by some Nazi stormtroopers and told to sit in a chair, where they said that any moment now River would burst in and then they would capture her. And then only half of that happened. So.
Mother just turns to River and be like, so, my son was captured because of you. She's like,
No, it's not her fault.
well, to be fair, he was also released because of me, so I think I'm on a net zero here. Look, I'm as surprised as you. I didn't think he would be the target. I thought they would go after me to get to him. He's obviously the one everyone should want, because I'm just the girl with a robot arm. That's all they should know. Fortunately for me, they didn't know about my mutant power, so they were always going to lose. I also had Major Dozovic coming with, like, guys with grenade launchers and things, so, like, I was fairly confident that they weren't going to get either of us. I did actually have a plan. Like, so what you're telling me is that my son was kidnapped by the Red Banner so they could get hold of your Krell interface technology? Yeah, and the joke's on them that even if they'd succeeded, they'd never have been able to copy it. It's not a thing that could be copied. And so,
It's not her fault.
when you found out that my son was in extreme, life-threatening danger, you just rushed in to save him. I didn't just rush in. I actually had a plan. I looked at the building. I did a thermographic scan. I saw the additional troopers in the upper stairs. I saw the cork in the bottle happening well in advance. I knew what I was doing, and I was confident that I could get in there. I even ate a fish before I went in, so I could just open a hole if I needed to and get out. Open a hole? Quantum tunneling, I can do that. Your mother, like, puts her hand down on the table. Just be that. Okay. The important thing is that you saved my son. So I am thanking you for that. But I'm very unhappy for some reason, because I like to think that my son is a nice, safe boy involved in a non-threatening line of work. I get enough stress out of your father having hand-to-hand, knee-to-groin fights in dark alleys every night. Wait, he does that? Cool. No! Yes, but... And just to suddenly have him taken by an international gang of supervillains takes a little out of him. River's just like, don't have to worry. He has friends who can get him out of this sort of thing. And it's not like it's a common occurrence. She, like, gives you this look over her shoulder.
No, it's only happened once, in fact.
Yeah, see? It's not likely to happen again. It was just like, well, it's just a lot to take in. And you've had a long night of surgery. This will be fine. This was really a crime of opportunity. Like, it's not likely it can happen again. And if it does, I'll just kick their ass a second time. This isn't the first time I've dealt with things like this. It isn't. I mean, yes it is. Shit.
Well, there was the Giordano facility.
Well, to be fair, that was me getting captured for my arm. And to be fair, you saved me. Which was super nice of you, by the way.
Yeah.
Mother's like, I'm very tired.
Me too.
Thomas, you need to get some sleep, and...
So do you.
Yes. River, will you just help me back to my room? I don't feel like I'm going to be very steady on my feet. Of course, Mrs. Drake, no problem. Thomas, do what your mum said and get some rest.
Good night.
He can be very truculent when he wants to be. Yes, I know, River, I know. They'll proceed off.
Yeah. We'll head out
Okay.
To the barracks.
Yep. Everyone just stops talking when you walk in and stares at you. And then they slowly
Like
go back
how-
to what they were doing.
Like, how many people?
I'm like 5 or 6.
Oh. Alright. That's fine. Gonna sleep.
You're gonna wake up in the mid-afternoon.
Roll for dreams?
Yes. We'll roll for dreams and then we'll call it.
Okay. I rolled a 19.
Whoa!
It's a good one, right?
Yeah. Well, good
Or
for
a powerful one.
Good by your standards. Oh wait, we're in
Yeah.
China. Gotta look at the in China one. Close that. Yes, save. I want the in China one. 19 post-traumatic. That might be appropriate. Yes, indeed. You look out of your window, knowing safely, in fact, that thanks to the super technological skin of the needle that you work in, no one can see in. The city sprawls out before you, shining in the light. The glittering reflection of the long, far-off Reagan Memorial Park lake. The glass windows of buildings, the distant gleam of the Terradino facility, far, far off, almost unobservable. The clean city looks so clean, tidy, shining, filled with hope and opportunity and rapid expansion. But they don't see what you see in the night. But you can't see that kind of scum from here. The warmth of the room you are in is comforting. Behind you is nothing but clean, efficient research work, laid out on the boards, notebooks, and computers. It is inobvious, intellectually demanding research on the cutting edge of technology. The exact right sort of challenging. Everything is right with the world. And then you wake up.
That is a good one.
Just to remind myself in the audio thing to make a big note of that
Disclaimer.
disclaimer thing that Black Knight should have in fact folded a lot sooner in that fight with the Nazis, because he has a crippled leg, and that means that his stats are really only good for the first round of any engagement. After that, because they're 10-second rounds, not minute-long rounds, you see, that crippled leg causes him to experience penalties. So actually, I think you would have had a chance. I'm not going to say de facto you would have definitely folded sooner, but I feel like you might have. Because, you know,
Yeah,
the
so
way
I do
dice
have,
works and all that.
I do have low dodge. Like, I do have a minus on my dodge, but not on parry, just because of the way the stats are based. Because I have points in fighting, but negative in agility.
This is more like a mechanic for me that I was going to keep track of, because it's not one that can be easily replicated in the rule system.
Right, yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I'm
this
sure
is
you have an
actually a
idea
thing this is actually a thing you agreed to way back, but it doesn't account when you're in the Black Knight suit, because
yeah.
the whole point of that is to offset that thing. But like, you're not in it, and I forgot. Like, also in that street fight in Cold Rocks should have happened. I only just came across that when I was going through my Black Knight primer, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. I guess it doesn't matter, because like, result was the same in the long run.
And I think those are the only two fights that have happened outside, in the entire time I've played the character, that have happened outside the suit and lasted more than one round. Because like almost everything else has been like act and surprise, and then the combat ends.
Right. You got back to the base, and you had a big sleepy beepy through the morning. And then you did something in the afternoon, I can't remember what.
No, that's where we stopped. But like, because we did the dream, and then we wrapped it up.
Yes. I meant to ask, how annoying are the dreams now?
I really like them. Like,
You don't feel it's
I
just
think they're
an
really
excuse
cool.
for me to listen to the sound of my own voice?
no, I don't know. Who's gonna make that complaint? I don't know. I think it's really cool. But...
Okay. Well, you're the one.
Really?
Oh, yeah, everyone else hates them. They go on too long.
I can't. Oh, I find that hard to believe. I don't know.
I mean, then there's other ones where like you could roll certain numbers, and it's just like you dream of sex, and I'm not going to describe. Well, I could, I suppose, but no one wants that.
Yeah. No, that's weird.
I suppose I could always hire some hot girl to read them to you, but like, please don't do it while I'm around. I don't need to see your own face. Ken.
Yeah.
I suppose I could
don't
just
know, maybe...
get a recording of a dog and that'll do for Brandon.
Yeah, I mean maybe because like they are like a minute to like a couple of minutes long. I guess like if you're like just sitting at the table and you have to listen to 4 of them, but even then I still think like that's real cool. I don't know.
Whatever. All right,
I like it.
Okay then. Let me have a look at my stuff here. We are almost out of Hong Kong stuff.
Getting there.
1, 2.
You thought it would take one session.
4, 5, 6 things left, and they are all optional. So,
okay.
like, you might not even find them. Right.
Alrighty.
Let's go. You wake up.
Let's go. Right. I think you said it was like midday last time.
Yeah, I did. You wake up.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna get ready and head out.
Okay, you do that. There's a military establishment. It's pretty much the same as it is every time. There's nothing to pay attention to whatsoever.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Is that real, or do you want to roll?
What do you think?
I'll roll. I've rolled a 20. That's a good first roll.
You natural 20 not a thing when there's actually nothing to find.
Yes! Yes! You know it.
There'd be so many people so mad right now. You see people moving around. Their normal, accustomed routines. No flesh-eating ogres. No dodgy mutants. No enemy stand user.
Those are all good things to not be around, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I suppose I can certainly see your point of view, but like, like if they're not around, we don't have a show.
Yeah, that's also true.
You know, so what's wrong? What are you doing now? Oh, phone, come on! Don't be a bitch. Oh, I hate you, little bastard. Sorry, my phone is being a massive ass crack.
That's fine.
It's doing the things. Yeah, look at that. Like, for once there isn't a calamity going on, although one would surmise that your early morning escapades would count.
Was the calamity of the day. Yeah, head to the cafe, acquire food.
Oh, yeah. the caf. Interior.